when we talk about, the sacrifice, right? Because as you mentioned, you were pretty much, you know, you all weren't doing too bad financially here in the United States. Everything was cool, and all of a sudden you want to get down with this whole, you know, Black liberation movement and this, Puerto Rican liberation movement. I asked, with all the time served, 26 years behind the wall, the trials, watching your comrades be tortured and arrested and given so many years. Are there any regrets?
On my part,
Yes.
absolutely not.
That's all
No,
we
I
want.
mean, I've had ups and downs. It's not been a straight line at all.
Right up, right up.
But no, absolutely not. And I have to say that in the last few years, considering all the conversations that have been going on, very important conversations as far as I'm concerned.
Right.
Uh, I felt I felt that what was done uh, was not only necessary but can help the conversation today.
Right on, right on. Well, as they say, thank you for your service. And
Thank
salute.
you for having me on the radio station. On the
Yes, yes.
platform, it's not a radio station.
It's
Sorry.
it's all good. We have goals. We'll be going through the Italian airwaves soon as well. So we're not.
Okay.
So you just spoke it into existence. So it's all good. But definitely salute to you, Revolutionary Love. Continue to fight, and anytime you need to put any information out, let us know. Daruba's in the
Yes.
chat right now. He just sent you a message. I'm gonna put it up here. He said, "Comrade Sylvia, building solidarity."
Solidarity is ongoing.
Yeah, so you know he's gonna be putting in the
Okay,
work.
he did it in his way.
Yes,
I
yes,
got
yes, 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 yes.
it.
And I think Jalil and some of the others are in the chat as well, and they all send revolutionary greetings and love. And it's good. In closing, I want to say, um,
Can I say a word?
please,
Just
you can
I
say
haven't
you can
talked
say
about
10
it
words
with
if you want.
you. No, I
Good.
wanted to mention that one of the things that we're trying to resolve in Italy is the fact that there are people in prison who belong to the Red Brigades for it's 40 years that they're in prison, and very much we thought the program started with talking about Mumia, no, and this intractability after so many years in prison about letting some people go. Well, this is the situation with about 20 members of the Red Brigades who have taken the position of absolutely not recognizing the state and therefore not negotiating, not signing anything. And so one of the things that we're trying to do, some of us are trying to do, is raise the issue of why are these people in jail after all this time?
Can you please, for our viewers who are not familiar with the Red Brigade, can you give us some backstory on it? And I know that Sounds of St. Elsewhere, we did an interview with Laura Whitehorn talking about the May 19th Communist Organization. But if you can touch on the Red Brigade in regards to who the Red Brigade is and what their fight and struggle is about.
Okay, the Red Brigade started in the late 60s, early 70s in Italy, and it was an armed clandestine organization. I think it was the largest armed clandestine organization in Europe. It was quite, it also had a fairly large periphery that allowed it to move and act. And they had the objective of promoting a revolutionary struggle in Italy. And they did a number of very important actions. The one most famous probably is when they kidnapped the Prime Minister of Italy, Aldo Moro. And but not only that, they did a number of actions. that had to do with the organization of work in the factories, that had to do with the political system in Italy, that had to do with the prisons, and had to do with the U.S. too, because at some point they took General Dozier, who was a representative of NATO in Italy, and held him in a people's jail for a number of years. So most of their people have been in jail. I think there were over 3,000 people arrested and served time, have been released one way or the other. But there's a group of over 20 people that absolutely refuse to recognize the existence of the Italian state and government, and therefore will not sign any letter and or acknowledge the existence of their counterparts, the government. And so I think this has made it easier for people to forget that they're in prison. And what we're trying to do in this period is to remind people that they're absolutely in prison, that it's been 40 years, and that they should be able to get out of prison without compromising their position. Because after 40 years, what else is there to do?
Right, right. I want to definitely connect with you about bringing some of the former political prisoners and fighters from the Red Brigade on as well to tell their story. This is a
well, if you want, I can give you. I will send it to you, names and numbers and addresses, so you can get in touch with them.
Okay, so we both have homework to do.
Both have homework to do.
Right on.